Right. So when you're going to find the first one, now you have to find the LCM. We know when we find the LCM, there are two methods. The first method, you can use the division method. Now, when you are using the division method, there we are using the prime numbers to divide, or else you can use the multiplication method. So I'm using the multiplication method because it's bit convenient. So according to the multiplication method, what we have to do, you write 100 and 250. Then you write the multiples of 100 up to some extent. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I have written the first 6 multiples of 100. Similar way, I write the first few multiples of 250. So the first one is 250, then 250 plus 250, it's 500. So I can identify my first common value is 500. Therefore, the LCM should be 500. That is how we are finding the LCM, by using the multiplication method. So that's the answer for the first one. The first one answer is 250. When you're finding the second one, now according to the second one, you have to substitute. My question is 8y minus 20. So 8, instead of y, I'm writing -3 minus 20. So then I can simplify. We know 8 times 3, it's 24. And positive into negative, you are getting -24. Now I have -24, -20. Both signs are same. Therefore, I can add and keep the same sign. -24 plus 20, it's -44. So that is how you are getting your answer for the second one. So that's the answer for the second one. Okay. Right. We'll see the third one. Find the sixth cube number. We know the cube numbers means the same number you have to multiply 3 times. So 6 into 6 into 6. So that is how we find the cube numbers. So you can take 6 into 6, it's 36. 36 into 6, it's 216, right? That is how we find it. Then you're getting your sixth cube number as 216. Then the fourth one, to simplify. So when you're going to simplify, you identify the like terms. So according to this, I can get, I have 5m plus 7m, which is 12m. Then minus 10n minus 20n, signs are same. Therefore, I can add and keep the same sign. Minus 30n. And I have minus 40 and plus 20. So then signs are different. Then 40 minus 20, it's 20. It should be -20. So the answer for the fifth one, we are getting 12m minus 30n minus 20. The fifth one, now when you are going to divide, always remember when we have the division, if you have a decimal one, you have to remove that decimal. That's the first step that we are going to do. So I have 0.1. So to remove it, I multiply the numerator and the denominator both by 10. So when we multiply both by 10, I'm getting 5,670. I will write it here. 5,670 divided by 1. So when you divide by 1, you are getting the same answer. That means the answer for this fifth question, you are getting 5,670. The sixth question, I will erase these and do. Right. So when you are doing the sixth one, I just make it as improper. So 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 2, it's 17 over 5. Plus 2 times 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. Minus 4 times 2, 8, 8 plus 3, 11 over 4. Then you have to identify your common denominator. Here by looking, even I can identify my common denominator is 20. So to get 20, you have to multiply each term. This term you have to multiply up and down by 4. Then this one you have to multiply by 10. And this one you have to multiply by 5. So that is the first step you have to do. Then 17 times 4. 17 times 2, it's 34. Then you are getting 68 divided by 20 plus 3 times 10. It's 30 divided by 20. And 11 times 5, it's 55 divided by 20. So then 68 plus 30, which is 98. So I have to take 98 minus 55 divided by 20. So when I subtract, here I'm getting 4 and 3, 43. So I can write it as a mixed number, 2 and 3 over 20. Right? So that's the answer. The seventh question, you use the BODMAS. According to that, you do it. Now here I have to multiply this. Then I have to subtract BODMAS. Whether you add it and subtract, that is the way you have to do it. First you have to add, then you can subtract. Now don't put the bracket for the second one. Here you add this part and then you subtract. Right? That's the thing that you have to do. Okay. Now here, when you are doing, then you multiply 800 by 100, you are getting 8,000. So 8,000 plus 90 minus 3. So you are getting 8,090. From there, you have to subtract 3. Then you are getting 8,087. So that's the answer for the seventh one. And when you are doing the eighth question, these two sides are parallel. Therefore, you can apply many theories. Alternative angles, you can apply that theory, or the corresponding angles, allied angles, then angles on a straight line, then isosceles triangle. So the first step I'm going to do with the isosceles triangle. So I can see these two sides are same, means if this is x, this also should be x. That's the first step. Now we know it's a triangle. We know interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. Therefore, I have to get 180 minus 70. So that means the addition of these two should be 110. So that's the first step I'm going to do. Now I have to find x. Therefore, I have to divide by 2. So when I divide, I'm getting 55. That means the value of x, I'm getting 55. So according to this, my x value is 55 degrees. Then my this x also 55. Now I can apply the alternative angles. We know the shape of Z. Here I can identify my shape of Z. See, this is the shape of Z. So if x is 55, y also should be 55. Therefore, I'm getting my y value also as 55. So we'll get the marks and then we can see how many marks that you all have taken, right?